with the rest of the evening's happenings here, we'll have Chief Messenbrink make presentations to these gentlemen that are leaving us here. So, Chief, we'll turn it over to you.
Okay, well, welcome everyone. Those of you that don't know, our board of directors are here this evening, so they're kind of all clustered back there at the table. I won't go through a lot of introductions, but they're all here. And one that's been on the board so long we think he still is, and that's Gary Carr. He's here someplace. I just talked to him. There he is. Anyway, we've got an evening here that totals up 74 years of experience. And there probably ain't no way to replace that. You can talk about it, and you can total up a whole bunch of other numbers, maybe come up to it. But that's a long time. It's an extremely long time, and I mean extremely in capital letters, for a volunteer organization to have someone stay in the ranks that long. In today's world, it just does not happen. And these two people, I'm lucky. I got them on the more experienced end of their careers. I didn't have to be like Ron, where they were maybe a little bit bratty and caused him a little heartburn. So for that, Ron, I thank you. You kind of got them trained and melded right into the group. No. So anyway, even in my short career here, it's just been barely 6 years, these two guys have been a huge resource just on the background of stuff. Between them and Jerry, you know, anything you want to know about stuff going on, not just in the fire station, but anywhere. These guys have been around long enough, they know what's going on. And, so, there's sometimes I thought I felt pretty intelligent, but it had nothing to do with intelligence, I just had good resources. So anyway, obviously, their dedication speaks for itself. I don't know of too many people in any department that have been here, been in a department that length of time. So, before I continue to ramble, Galen, if you'd come up here. Now I can read what's on this plaque here, and I won't make Galen read it, but it says, Gaston Fire District recognizes Galen Hoodenpyl, Division Chief, for your 33 years of dedicated service to the Gaston Fire District and to the community, June 2010. Galen? Thank you. Thank you hardly seems like an appropriate enough word. It's the only one I can really think of that was, well, I won't go any further than that. So, Chip, commonly known as Ronald Hoodenpyl, but we never wanted to confuse him with that, Ron, because then he'd get a bad rap. I think that's why he got Chip. I mean, nobody really says that, but I'm thinking that might be part of it.
Yeah.
Now, this is the other part of those 74 years. This one's 41. I think he started as a kid. No, 16. So there we go. Gaston Fire District, same thing, recognizes Ronald Chip Hoodenpyl, Assistant Chief, for your 41 years of dedicated service to the Gaston Fire District and the community. And that's a really long time. Yeah. And you know, that long a time, you really can't, I really like to see him stay, but you sure can't get upset with him for leaving. That's a long time to put up with stuff. And even on a good day, we put up with stuff.
That's
so Chip,
most of us.
Thank you so much. One other thank you that needs to we probably needed to have on those plaques, and that's their family and spouses, because they had to put up with a lot of stuff for a lot of years. And you know, Murphy's Law always seems to apply with fire department calls. It always comes at the appropriately wrong time, or when you've got something planned, or thinking about something planned. So to that, I thank the families and your spouses for tolerating all of the crazy stuff that's gone on over the many years down here, and kept your other half away or walking out the door when you really didn't have that in the plans. Because somehow that pager seems to have the most inappropriate timing. I'd like to blame the 911 center, but the actual, as we call her, the queen of 911 is in our audience tonight. And if I were to say too much, I know I will pay. And I will pay dearly for not just a day or two. It will probably go with me to the grave. And Gina, if you'd stand up there. Gina's been with 911 a long time, so she's heard these guys so many times. And I'm sure, like anybody would, we've all had our eyebrows raised when we hear these voices on the radio. But it's really nice when you have someone that you actually knows who you are. Let you get away with more stuff that way. So anyway, as a community, we owe these guys a great debt of thanks. And all the members here that know them personally, I'm sure appreciate. I'm sure the community, if we could make them clearly understand, would feel exactly the same way. They have no idea. But that many years, basically doing it for nothing to keep their stuff in order, that's a lot to ask of someone. And that's what they've done. And they've done it with basically a grin. So again, thanks guys.
I'd like to thank you all for coming. I'd like to thank Lori and Dion and Susie and who else was there? Abby. Go ahead. Put together this fantastic meal that we have here. Excellent. So eat some more, please, before you go.
Yeah, not long back there. So don't feel like you have to leave because we just finished that.
Yeah,
feel around, visit.
Stay, visit, enjoy the rest of the evening. Spend as much time as you like. So once again, thank you and have a good evening.